Hey, you crazy cats! 42's live streams and videos are simply not available on vinyl. You will have to go to the YouTubes for that. So if you want content about British traditions and culture, cutting-edge social commentary from an unapologetically patriotic perspective, along with a side order of madness you simply will not find anywhere else, then this is the place for you. And to all those early adapters in the chat, don't forget to hit the notification bell. That's how you get the good stuff, and make sure you never miss a tasty treat. So with that being said and done, squeeze yourself in. Let's get into it. You know you want to. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Please delete as applicable because the internet is worldwide and time zones are indeed a thing. Could I get a wee audio check in the chat, please? And we'll do a couple of hellos and we'll see how we all are this evening. Ugly Truth Sam first. What about you, chum? Glad to have you aboard. Sansom, why am I here? It's a mystery. It's a mystery. It's a real Scooby-Doo one. It's a real head scratcher, this one. Fuck. It's you just couldn't figure it out. Max, what about you, chum? Glad to have you here. Quack quack at the duck. Tricky Woos in. Welcome aboard. Arms, glad to have you back. Hashtag's in. Packer, what about you, mucker? Hope all's going well. Oh, and Packer's also told us the audio's working well, so that's good. The duck's quacking away. Hashtag, duck. Daros, what about you, chum? Welcome aboard. And I'm glad that the audio's working. Martin W. I like your names, dude. I do. I like the names you're coming up with. Been the Labour Party. They're doing so well, but like, who would have thought it? We've got the Owls back in charge, and we've got fucking riots. That's what we got. Riots. Maybe I'm a bit cynical, but I'm thinking that had this been happening under a Conservative government, that there would be all sorts of calls for resignations of the Prime Minister. I'm not sure if this is what this is all about, but just saying, the media has been very quiet on the government's hand in all of this. That's a duck packer. Sam G, what about you, chum? Anglo-Saxon, my Saxon brother, what about you, chum? I'm really glad you're here. I think you're going to like this one tonight. Because it's mad. It is fucking mad. Okay. What are we going to do? Oh, the media are... Fuck. I would call the media scum, but they're worse than that. Special K and Acids in. Evening. Yeah. They've gone a little bit past the scumminess into some whole other animal that I have no idea about. Now, what I'll do, we'll start off with a little bit of housekeeping. And as you're all well aware, Sansom is back. I haven't... Yes, has that. I have noted that it's EDL, but that doesn't explain the protests that were organised for Belfast, that nobody seems to know who organised them. And interestingly, in Northern Ireland, if you want to have a parade, a protest, anything like that, you need to put in a form called an 11-1 form to the Parades Commission. And I couldn't find any for the protests that are listed in Belfast today, which is quite strange. But yes, there is EDL I don't know. It's like Tommy Robinson appeared back. All these people appeared, and we've got rats. Those things is all connected. How all it interacts, I don't know. At the moment, I understand the correlation, not the causation. If I ever get the bottom of the cause, I will fucking blast that to everybody. But it is a bit strange not being able to find out who it was organised something. Some media were saying BNP. Yeah, well, here's the other thing. I was on the impression that the EDL had shut up shop many years ago, but I honestly don't know. It is a bit of a Scooby Doo mystery as to what the fuck's going on, and I will try to unpick some of that uh, during tonight's show. First of all, let's get at our housekeeping. Sanson's back. He was streaming Bonnie Lad earlier. Packer thinks it was Mosley. EDF does. Like anyway. Well, that seems to be their solution, Hashtag. The solution of the government seems to be just accept and stop being a bigot. And I'm not down with that one. And there's Don Brownings in from down under. Glad to have you aboard. And I hope all's going well down there. Nah. We will eventually get to this housekeeping. All right. Where are we? Tomorrow night, Sunday night, 7 p.m., Jack and Rags will have the Woodlander on as their special guest, which is going to be good because the Woodlander's always good guest. Very intelligent guy. I love his initiative, getting people back to the land, and that will be well worth watching. Tomorrow night, oh, right, I already did that one. Then at 8:30 p.m., it's the weekend stream over in Sansom Communions channel with co-hosts, put my teeth back in, Toffee, Resisting the Lies, and That's Life, but not as we know it. So that's on after the Rag show, so you can catch one after the other. John Davison, 9 p.m. Tuesdays and Fridays, as and when he is up for it. As we know, John's got ongoing health issues, and if he's not up for streaming, he's not up for streaming. That's just how it is. But it's good to see him whenever he is up for it. So that's all good. The other two shout outs that I want to do. One is Courage to Secure Robin, Australian girl. Gives you good coverage of what's going on pretty much across the world. And the other one is the Dave Waffle House. Every night from 8:30, Dave comes on and pulls off this amazing trick where he talks for an hour and a half to 2 hours on about nothing and makes it interesting. Really hard to do. You'll find a lot of madness, decent chat, people that have our political and cultural perspective, and it's a good place to dip out. It's like going down the pub where you don't have to talk about politics for a while. Although Dave has started on the Dave Empire, re-streaming other people's protest videos and stuff, which is very good. It means that you've got somewhere that you can the people in the chat and watch along together. Although he did get quite a few people on one of them, so that's that. So you've got that, and with that, I want to have a quick look through the chat because there was quite a large one that. Oh, I'll see you in autos then. What about you, Sean? Honestly, that's part of the problem. Too many looking for leaders, no organised. Respect to all those up in Belfast from north and south. Morally, we need Morally, we need to unite for kids' futures or our nation. For our kids' future. Well, see, here's the thing, Paul. And I totally respect what you're saying, but ours is not my nation, mate. Uh, and I do have issues that we've got a load of loyalists who have been today out protesting, and we don't really know exactly who's at the bottom of it. And nobody from the south has told us, by the way, if you pitch in with us, we don't want the border taken down. You're going to get to keep your country, which is a bit strange. We'll agree that we do need leaders, we do need organisers. But we also need to be clear about what it is we're protesting against. It's no good whenever you go to a protest and ask 10 different people what the protest's in aid of, and you get 10 different answers. It needs to be more united than that. Oh yeah, this is totally true. They should have seen this fight coming. Hashtag's never seen so many bigots in one place. There's one on a plane has just sneaked in. Welcome aboard. Well, a tricky way. That actually brings me to my first point. Let's start this. Let's start this by having a look at how we got to where we are. I think that's probably the best place to start. Currently, but it's fixable shit show. We can indeed fix this. Now, let's have a little bit of a look at the history of the British people. And one momento, I will get this content up. Oh, yes, this is true. It is why we've been emasculating our young men, basically pulling apart. Bacon and Cromwell got us here, and also the Norman invasion. Yeah, but I'm of the opinion Cromwell done more good than harm. Holy fuck. That is really not good. Angle, is that confirmed? That does not sound good at all. Oh, paranormal channels then, even. I'm really sorry to hear about that Anglo. And I hope that they do recover and everything's well. The other thing I should have done before now, and I'm going to stop that screen share for a moment. Oh, yeah, hashtag, not a problem. We can definitely disagree on Cromwell. Personally, I think he did more good than harm. I know a lot of people think he did more harm than good. It's one of them things, but we can disagree. We're pretty. We do agree that we're currently on a shit show, and yeah, we're good. Right. first off, before I go any further, obviously, I would say my condolences to the families of any of the children who were involved in the murderous attack that happened recently at the kids' dance class. And it's very pernicious what happened. You start off with the 3 children that were murdered. None of their families' lives ever going to be the same again, let alone the fact that the potential that they took away. But then you have the kids that were injured. None of their lives are going to be the same again, ever. None of their families' lives are going to be the same, ever. The ones that were at the class didn't get physically attacked. Yeah, their head screwed forever. What happened there is never going away. And then it even widens out to the people that were going to the class before, the class after, that are always going to have that niggle in the back of their head. If we had just booked a different class, what has been done to that whole community by one murdering bastard is, it should be beyond comprehension, but unfortunately it's not. And I have every sympathy for everybody that is involved in that, from the victim side, from the perpetrator side. Be glad I don't run the country, because I would bring back hang, drawn, and quarter and free. And yes, you would see your heart ripped out of your body and set on fire as the last thing before your head got chopped off. But apparently we don't do that anymore. Oh, I'll tell you why paranormal. The doors weren't locked because it's Great Britain. And we still treat all our buildings, whenever things are going on during the day, the way we did whenever it was a high trust society. And that is no longer the case. So the doors aren't locked, because that way, if a parent decides that they're going to come early because they need to let the child out, they've got no problem. They can just walk on in, excuse themselves to the instructor, take the child and go. Which is good for running the class and all that. Not so good whenever you have murderers running about. So there's that. Yeah. See, hashtag told you we agree on stuff. Yeah, right. I holy fuck. Well, funny she mentioned that, Anglo. There is one thing I'm going to say. I do not for 1 minute think that we came to a position where Labour gets power and all the immigrants go, right, that's it, the rules are gone, we can go out and stab everybody now. I don't think that they have went out on a rampage because they think the Labour government are any more lenient on them than the previous Conservative government, because they didn't do their job properly either. But what I do think has happened is, for about the last year, they've all been told, and the imams have been told, and the community leaders have been told, the community leaders have told them all, we need peace and quiet for the next year to win this election. And they've went, oh, fuck, the election's over, we can go back to doing whatever we're doing. So you're getting this big, massive blast. in the shout because it's all been pent up for such a long time. I have a great respect for the two teachers who said protect the children and were stabbed themselves. Yeah, I think pretty much every adult would do the exact same thing. I do have the respect for it. And here's a really interesting thing. The fact that they did what would be the natural reaction of a British adult when confronted the children being attacked. It's very important that we do give them that respect because we've seen this. Uh, Men's behaviour has changed. Chivalry. Well, it's not actually chivalry, but the uh, men's behaviour towards women has changed a lot because of the Me Too and because they no longer get any credit for doing good deeds. It's very important that we keep that positive affirmation, that positive reinforcement that people will be respected for taking actions such as that because fuck, I don't know. I think you're a sick bastard if something's happening, you're running faster than the children. A lot of your comments aren't showing up. Right. Uh, Martin W. I tell you what I'll do. I'm going to be playing a video short in a short while. Whenever the video's playing, I'm going to go back in and check the settings. In YouTube, there's a setting for hold comments for approval or automatically approve all comments. Mine's set to every stream. I set it to approve all comments, so it should all come up. Yeah, but YouTube does be a cunt outside of that. But what I will do is, whenever playing the video, I will nip in and check the settings and make sure that's not wrong. I'll do everything I can to make sure that they come up. YouTube, they'll do whatever they're going to do. Right. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. A 13-year-old has been SA woman for a few days. Paranormal, I'm not quite getting that. Bigger and proud. Yep, that would be me. Right. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look at how we got to where we're at and the history of the British people. Because, the other thing that I'm going to say is while this is a channel about British history and culture, be advised, history is something that happens continuously, and we are currently living through history. These events will be spoken about, and in the future, they'll be talking about what happened during this period. If you're unsure of that, if you can find anybody in secondary school, if they still have textbooks, look up things that happened during your lifetime, such as the miners' strike, 9/11, the hunger strikes in Belfast, where there was rioting every night for like 70 straight nights. And you'll see that I lived through that, which has all made it into the history books. So while never forget that everything that we're doing will eventually be spoke about in this time, and hopefully they're going to have nice things to say about us because we did all right. BBC history. I want to see what this is like size-wise. Right, that will explain it. Right. There we go. I was fucking changing the zoom in on the wrong bloody thing. It was a fucking tool. Right. Okay. History of the British people. Un momento. Tab is in an awkward place. The story of early Britain has traditionally been told in terms of waves of invaders displacing or annihilating their predecessors. Archaeology suggests that this picture is fundamentally wrong. For over 10,000 years, people have been moving into and out of Britain, sometimes in substantial numbers, yet there has always been a basic continuity of population. And as you will see in my video of Harmony Melody of Rhyme, where we have all those stone circles from across the United Kingdom, I was careful whenever I was doing that to pick out ones from the Orkney Islands, Scotland, Wales, England. The stone circle from is from Northern Ireland is actually a passage tomb, but there's one from Northern Ireland because I didn't want to put an Irish one on it. Don't like down south. But we had the people across Britain have for a very long time been there. It's changed a bit, but British people do actually exist. The gene pool of the island has changed, but more slowly and far less completely than implied by the old invasion model. The nation of large-scale migrations, once a key explanation for early change in Britain, has been widely discredited. Because here's what happened. See, whenever the Normans come in, they didn't bring a Norman population. See, whenever the Vikings came, they didn't bring a Viking population. See, whenever the Romans came, they didn't bring a Roman population. They come in, they took over the top jobs. They left all the fucking all the serfs to work the land. They didn't destroy the workforce, so therefore the general population stayed as it was, and you got a new boss. Substantial genetic continuity of population does not produce profound shifts in culture and identity. It is actually quite common to observe important cultural change, including adoption of whole new identities, with little or no biological change of population. That's called fashion. Millions of people since Roman times have thought of themselves as British. For example, yet this identity was not created until 1707 with the Union of England, Wales, and Scotland. It was actually the Union of England and Wales, you fucking arsehole. But there you go. Before Roman times, Britain was just a geographical entity and had no political meaning, had no single cultural identity. Argue this remained generally true, not then, until the 17th century when James I of England and the 6th of Scotland sought to establish a pan-British monarchy. We were pretty closely related prior to that, but they are correct in saying that millions of British considered themselves to be British before being British was a thing. Throughout recorded history, the islands has consisted of multiple cultural groups and identities. Many of these groupings looked outwards across the sea for their closest connections. They did not necessarily connect naturally with their fellow islanders, many of whom were harder to reach than maritime neighbours in Ireland or continental Europe. But you see, the people from Ireland and Scotland have been intermingled from there was people in Ireland and Scotland, so maybe not so much. But we're getting there. For the fact that it's BBC, it's doing actually quite well. It therefore makes no sense to look at Britain in isolation. We have to consider it with Ireland as part of a wider Atlantic archipelago near to a continental Europe like Scandinavia, part of the North Sea world. I don't think we do. From the arrival of the first modern humans, who were hunter-gatherers, followed the retreating ice age northwards to the beginning of recorded history for the period, about 100 centuries or 400 generations. So we're talking 400 generations working this land. This is a fast time span. We know very little about what went on through those years. It is hard to even fully answer the question, who were the early peoples of Britain? It's actually quite easy. It's just you don't like the answer. They were the tribes that lived here. Because they have left no accounts of themselves, I would say the archaeology is quite the account. We can, however, say that biologically, we were part of the capsoid population of Europe. This regional physical stereotypes familiar to us today, a pattern widely thought to result from the post-Roman, Anglo-Saxon, and Viking invasions. Red-headed people in Scotland were a fucking thing before the Romans, you absolute dickhead. Small dark-haired folk in Wales, lanky blondes in southern England already existed in Roman times, insofar as they represent reality. They perhaps attest to the post-Ice Age peopling of Britain and the first farmers of 6,000 years ago. From the early stage, the constraints and opportunities of the varied environments of the island of Britain encouraged the great regional diversity of culture. Throughout which is why they all have the same fucking stone circles, you absolute dick. Throughout prehistory, as if there's stuff that happened before history. It's the stuff that happened before the time you want to talk about. There were a of small-scale societies, many petty tribal identities, typically lasting perhaps no more than a few generations before splitting, merging, or becoming obliterated. So what they're saying is, in England, you had different groups that gradually came together and formed England as a country. Similar thing happened in Scotland. Similar thing happened in Wales. Similar thing happened in Ireland, although there was less tribes before the Celts arrived. And eventually they became these ethnic identities. These groups were in contact and conflict with their neighbours, and sometimes with more distant groups. The appearance of exotic imported objects attests exchanges, alliances, kinships, and wars. It also means trade. Before Rome, the Celts. At the end of the Iron Age, roughly at least I would say 500 years BC, we get our first eye-watering accounts of Britain from Greco-Roman authors, not least Julius Caesar, who invaded in 55 and 54 BC. These reveal the mosaic of named people, Travianats, skulls, Cornwall, that's Cornwall, Seligate, etc. But there's little sign of such groups had any sense of collective identity any more than the islanders of 80,000 all considered themselves Britons. No, they definitely thought of themselves individually in tribes, and they would have made treaties with other tribes. However, there's one thing that the Romans, modern archaeologists, and the Iron Age islanders themselves would all agree on. They were not Celts. I'm going to read that again for the people in the back who are possibly slow. However, there is one thing that the Romans, modern archaeologists, and Iron Age islanders themselves would all agree on. They were not Celts. The Romans knew all about the Celts whenever they arrived here. They fought them in other places, and whenever they got here, they did not go, oh, fuck Celts. No, they didn't. Scotty, Cornithai, You know, all these names seem to mean something. This was an invention of the 18th century, and the name was not used earlier. The idea came from the discovery around 1700 that the non-English island tongues relate to that of ancient continental Gauls, who were really called Celts. It also links to something else because this 1700 time, this is round what had the Glorious Revolution in 1700, 1800. Whenever this all starts to change, is whenever we decide we're going to let Catholics back in positions of power. See how that worked. This ancient continental ethnic label was applied to the wider family of languages, but Celtic was soon extended to describe insular monuments, art, culture, and peoples, ancient and modern. The island's Celtic identity was born. So, see all the stuff that they keep telling you is Celtic? It's fucking not. We built that. However, language does not determine ethnicity. What would make most modern islanders Germans, since we mostly speak English, which is classified as a Germanic tongue. And anyway, no one knows how or when the language that we choose to call Celtic arrived in the archipelago. They were already long established and had diversified into several tongues. With our evidence begins. Certainly, there is no reason to link the coming of Celtic language with any great Celtic invasions from Europe during the Iron Age, because there is no hard evidence to suggest there was any. Archaeologists widely agree on two things about the British Iron Age. Its many regional cultures grew out of the preceding local Bronze Age and did not derive from the waves of continental Celtic invaders. And secondly, calling the British Iron Age Celtic is so misleading that it is best abandoned. Of course, there are important cultural similarities and connections between Britain, Ireland, and continental Europe, reflecting on intimate contacts, undoubtedly the movement of some people, but the same could be said for many other periods in history. The things we have labeled Celtic icons, such as hill forts, art, weapons, and jewellery, were more about aristocratic political, military, and religious connotations than the common ethnicity. Compare the later cases of medieval Catholic Christianity or European Renaissance culture, or indeed the Hellenic Greek Mediterranean of Rome world, all show similar patterns of culture sharing and emulation among powerful ethnic boundaries. So there you go. That's the BBC's version of the British, and it's actually not bad. I want to check the chat. 1 second, just getting there. Also need to get some liquid on board. Yes, and I speak English because that's what everybody speaks here, and I'm British. The peasants' revolt is about to come up. So I'm just checking through the chat. Yes, we are the result of our history. Mate, how do you think Ireland's so fucked up? Because Ireland's not a Celtic country. But yes, they are doing that. Now, I'm going to put up a little timeline that I made. Yep, that's the one there. So, let's have a quick run through of our history. Say about 8,000 BC, maybe 9,000 BC, we start to have people. 2,500 BC, make Stonehenge. 43 AD to 410 AD, we'll have Roman invasions. We then have the Saxons. That's whenever we start to bind all the English people together. 1215, we have the Magna Carta. That was our first attempt to get more control over how we are governed. We'll have the War of the Roses and the 100-Year War. 1455, 1485 for the War of the Roses. The Peasants' Revolt in 1381, where we took to the capital, killed a couple of bankers, and demanded better treatment from the people that ruled us. Then we had an English Civil War in 1641 to 1651. Then we had the Glorious Revolution in 1688. So I put it to you that from 8000 BC to 1688, we spent that time becoming tolerant of each other and deciding how the country was going to work. Now, oh, paranormal, sorry. Sorry, paranormal. Well, for a start, there's no single date for Stonehenge because it was built over a period of about 1,000 years. I just plucked the date in the middle from whenever the top caps came on, but they know from how it was made and whatnot about the dates. That's how it's done. Uh, right. Oh, I'm going to take that one down. Now, stop that screen. The other one I want to show is this. So here we have 1707 Act of Union between Scotland and England. 1800 Act of Union between Great Britain and Ireland. Then we have the partition of Ireland in 1921. We also have the Representation of Peoples Act, where we all got the right to vote. So we've been in flux and change for all this time. Then we have Brexit in 2016, which turned out to be a broken arrow because although we won the referendum, we got no fucking payout for it. We didn't actually get a proper Brexit. And now we're in Clown World. And the Scooby-Doo mystery that the government currently have is, why are these people riding? And how do we stop them? And they seem to be going at it by saying those people is bad, totally ignoring the fact that they have been attacked, maligned, misunderstood, and that fuck, it's very fucking scary what's going to look like. I'll tell you what I can tell you. You're currently being prepped for the breakup of the United Kingdom. Any of you that have email addresses or web stuff running lens.co.uk, be advised they're going to be going bye-bye soon because you're currently being prepped to accept the removal of Northern Ireland and Great Britain going back to just being GB. Yep. And talking about Sansom, that's a good idea. We're 45 minutes in. This is taking a bit longer. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play a video. I'm going to play a video that I've made, a bit of a critique about some of the writing. And while I'm doing that, I will, oh yeah, go to my channel. That's how to do this. No, that doesn't work. Sorry. Right. Sorry, one momento. I'm getting this now. I have to go into the studio to do it. And view on YouTube. Right, 1 second. I will get this up momentarily. Here we go. Right. This is my little video of a bit of a critique on some of the writing. And I will be making this live. So by the time this is finished, you'll be able to watch as a standalone video. Present, share screen. Obviously, it's from my channel. Okay, 42 here. There's a video clips been doing the rounds of some of the, well, there's been many video clips doing the rounds of all the writing that has broke out in England. If writing was not a spectator sport, then I would have to question why the BBC put it on the fucking 6 o'clock news every night for months during the hunger strikes. And I've seen a lot of writing footage, and of all the footage I've seen, this has got to be the worst writing I've ever seen. So I'm going to review it with you and give you my take on what all's going on here. So with no further ado, I'll get the first video up. Right, here we go, and I will do a full run through. Let you see what we're talking about. It's only a couple of seconds long, and enjoy. Now, as you can see, there's quite a lot to unpack there, and that guy's not having a good day. I will say that, but I want to pick this apart and have a look at some of the finer details, bits that other people might miss. So, from the start, this is where we start. I'm going to get some graphics up here. Okay, that's the first screen up. Now, what I want you to look at in this, going from 1 to 3, from left to right, depending on what way you're looking at from, I suppose. But from the far end, we've got a police van right over tight against this wall, some sort of a skip in there. Then we've got the next police van. It's in the middle of the street. It's in the wrong place. Then we've got this shield wall that's come along here across to this wall. which is giving them a weakness in this corner area, which is obviously why that's the area that's coming under attack. But that is a weakness. This fan should be right over tight against that wall. This shield wall should be moved in between the two vans. They should both be level. You want to try and keep a straight line. The police have come out here with a high press. That's what they're going for. They're going to try and press from the front, which can work, provided nobody gets through it and has you turned around playing back towards your own goal. So that's a bit weak. The other thing about this shield wall is it's only one man deep. That's not going to work under any form of sustained attack. That shield wall should be at least 4 men deep. The strength of it is the weight of the people stand behind, bracing against it. So the police have got the right theory. I'm just pausing this for 1 second. I want to remind everyone on YouTube, this is not a rioting tutorial. This is fair use, comments and criticism about these events. Sorry, I'll carry on. And straightening off the road and taking control of that area. But the execution is very poor, and that's going to give them problems later on in the day. I'm pretty sure that at the end of this, there was things on fire and stuff. Whether this line held or not, got reinforced, changed. Maybe got something new what we're doing. I don't know. And also, in where I have this arrow number 3 at the back, down and behind that, so you have this fan over against the wall, shield wall in the middle. In there where number 3 is at the back, that's where you put your snatch squad, 8 guys, 2 dogs possibly, for the shield wall to open up and then come through and snatch individuals. 2 dogs on the sides, snatch somebody from the middle, trail them back in. So the police have lined up here poorly, and we're going to see how their high press works. I'll take this back out and go back to the video. Right, I want to freeze it there and talk about this guy here. Right, this gladiator here, this guy with the arrow on him, he has decided to come to the front and he's mincing up and down, offering individual combat to the officers in the front line. Now, I think it predates the Napoleonic Wars. The last time a serving British officer has accepted individual combat, so I think he may be a couple of hundred years too late for doing that, but he gave it a whirl, and that's him up there standing at the front, and he's going to become central to the rest of this. Okay, so I'll take this one down. And we'll go back to the video. So that's him mincing about. We'll see what happens next. Right. Going to pause it there. I'm going to get up a graphic for this one. Right. So he's had this double knock on the head. And that's him. He's been hit. At this point, he should go down. Fuck's it. Harry Kane would have went down there. There was definite contact. Go down, take your penalty kicks on. See, because if he just flops, what will happen is the police behind him, they're going to have to make a decision. Do they recover him? Do they not? If he does go down right there and get recovered in the police line, he's got a plausible excuse to say, and when he came up to try to find out what was happening. He didn't do anything violent, so innocent bystanders get away with that. Plus, it will break their line, possibly allowing the people behind to surge through. So, a good option to go down. Other option would be to go to his right, back towards the wall, away from the center of the riot. This yellow area here, this is a danger zone. This is where he does not want to go, and definitely not that height. The other thing is, if you're down low, the stuff that's being thrown by your own side over the top of your head will be over your head and not on your head, which is exactly where he got that one. He got no power direction on the header. very poor, and its decision making is going to be called into question here. So we'll take this down and see where it goes next. All right, and here we go. Right, there's a couple of things going on here, so I'm going to play this back again. First one I'm going to talk about is the amount of wheelie bins that there are here. That's very poor usage. Those wheelie bins are good for moving materials from one place to another, and if necessary, push comes to shove, you could shove an injured person like him in the wheelie bin and extract them a lot quicker than you could carry them otherwise. So the wheelie bins are not being used to their full potential there. They're also a good barrier for rubber bullets and the like. So there's that. Right, he's went straight back in that area, the danger zone, got hit in the cookies by that brick. Now, the distance between him and the police meant that even if that very large bit of masonry, if he hadn't been in the way, it might have rolled towards their feet. The masonry act says what you want is a good bed sheet, 4 people, 1 in each corner, double fold it, get it in the slack bit. Everybody pulls out at the same time, and that'll project that up like a portable trebuchet, and launch that up and come down exactly where you want it in the command area behind this line. So there's that. And there he is, hobbling off, not too well. That's going to sting a bit. Not his best day at the Rioting. And I'll play the rest of this video out. There he is, off, heading back. Get it back in the medics, get the magic sponge on him. I think he could possibly walk that off and be back in the game shortly. And with that, I'm going to end this, and that was my 2 pence worth. My 2 pence worth on the worst Rioting I've ever seen. Later, people. All the best. Bye. There you go. That's my little video on the Rioting. And if I go into channel content, edit. Boom, 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 boom. Visibility. Public. Done. Right, one memento, and that's now public. I go back to channel content, and then I'll be able to. Right, 1 second. Oh, it needed to save. Right, channel content, and get a shareable link. And in the StreamYard. There you go. There's that link in the chat. Oh, fuck. As mates call him Buster Gonad now. Right. There we go. That's that. I hope you all enjoyed that. That's now live. If you want to share that out, please do. It's all good. And just breaking the balls, don't need no education. And I am going to see if I can find other things that I can take the piss out of and do videos similar to that with. So there's that. And with that, I'm going to have a musical interlude. What was Sansom saying? No, nothing. No. Yeah, we're up, but they're sick and stupid. Doing that more, okay? Nah. Yep. So I need to close this. I can do away with that as well. Go back to StreamYard. And I'm going to get a little musical interlude up. I'm going to go with harmony, melody, and rhyme. All right.
Hello, this is 42 speaking. Welcome to the Resistance. You are not alone, and we shall walk this journey together. What about you, chum? If one brings a guitar and one brings a voice, then they stand together and make their own choice. Let us gather together those that can perform, and from the scarred timbers build our own platform. From that grand house they tried to burn down, there's gold in the ashes if you look around. Let us gather together those that can perform, then from those scarred timbers build our own platform. Build our own platform. We will sing words of wisdom. We will sing world. Harmony, melody, and rhyme. We descended from minstrels in old days of yore. We will create a culture as we did once before. Forced to stand by as our country was sold. Did you really think we'd leave that story untold? So one brings a guitar and one brings a voice. Then they stand together and make their own choice. They have seen the future, the way forward is clear. Among us still stands a modern day Shakespeare. They have seen the future, the way forward is clear. Among us still stands a modern day Shakespeare. Stand by as our country was sold. Did you really think we'd leave that story untold? We will sing words of wisdom. We will sing we will sing harmony, melody, rhyme. Harmony, melody, and rhyme. So one brings a guitar and one brings a voice, then they stand together and make their own choice. I have seen the future, the way forward is clear. Among us still stands a modern day Shakespeare. With power and wealth, you control our timbers, build our own platform. You're talking to 42. What about you, chum? If one brings a guitar and one brings a voice, then they stand together and make their own choice. We will sing words of wisdom, we will sing for all time. We will sing for our people, harmony, melody and rhyme. We will sing words of wisdom, we will sing for all time. We will sing for our people with the ancient trilogy of harmony, melody, rhyme. We created our society through thoroughly golden tribe. The gods of water, earth and land brought us through alive. The earth, the moon, the sun, each became a deity, independent parts of another trilogy. Is it a coincidence or is it just sublime that we now bring excellence in harmony, melody and rhyme? With power and wealth, you control the mainstream, but you never realized you cannot kill a dream. You cannot kill a dream. And we shall walk this journey together.
There we go. That was harmony, melody, and rhyme. Nah. All right, here we go. So where we're at, we've been through all this shit. We've came together. We've now got a load of ratting on the streets. And we have our government that are about to tell us, via the media, and that the great British public are totally not in support of these people, and that everything is good, and that they're happy with the migration. Which simply isn't the case. And I think it's maybe, what I reckon. Do I reckon it's an idea that was going to have to wait in this, so we'll talk about it. But yeah, stick a one in the chat if you think that we should tell the government that we disagree with them on immigration and do that in any way possible. Well, sorry, no, not in any way possible, and do that through the totally legal and proper way. That we should do it in a way that nobody gets in trouble, nobody has to go to jail, nobody goes to court. But we should just tell the government, preferably on one of their own forms, that we don't like the government. Okay, one. I think we've got an agreement. Okay. Right. Here we go. I'm going to share my screen. 1 second. I'm going to teach you all some stuff here. I'm going to teach you some very, very basic activism, and we're going to see where it goes. I don't need that one. This one can go. Right. 1 second. Get a screen up. Go. Right. Here we go. Right to start. Share screen. Go. Sure. In your search engine, what you're going to type in is UKGOVERMENT. Now, whenever because of the way Chrome works, I'm going to have to go on to a different tab and reshare this to get you the results. But type in UK government, hit search, and I'm going to take that one down. Actually, it might still be. Oh no, has worked. Just listen to an X Spaces about Belfast with Scotsman and others claiming that Belfast is on fire right now. If so, what's going on? I don't think Belfast is on fire, to be totally honest with you. There was some protests this afternoon. I believe everybody's back in their houses. I haven't seen anything out and about, but riots are quite insular, so I'll maybe know more tomorrow. But at the minute, and so there you go. That's what I know about that. Right. So here's what we're going to do. So we've typed on UK government. We're going to go, this one here says welcome to gov.uk. That's the one you want. Just want to check this is still on my StreamYard. It is good. So that should give you a screen that looks something like this. And we're going to scroll down. I'm going to do this nice and slowly. It's popular, no. Service and information, no. Keep scrolling down. Government activity, departments, news, guidance regulations, research and policy papers and consultations. What do we want the fourth click? We'll click on this. That's going to give you a page that looks like this. It says policy papers and consultations. Search. Underneath this, we've got a couple of buttons. We want to go to document type. This is going to narrow down the type of papers we want. We don't want policy papers. We can't respond to those. Consultations open. So these are papers that the government are asking for your views on. We want those. We're not going to look at the closed ones just now. They're the ones that we were asked and didn't fucking answer. Calls for evidence, no, that'll do us. We're going to give it a topic and we'll go IMMIGRAT. Immigration. Just for shits and giggles before I hit search, type in the chat how many you think open consultation documents there are currently on immigration. I know the answer. It's quite low at the moment, but there we go. We've got 2. And we've got Healthy Start eligibility for families who cannot access public funds. Seeks views on whether eligibility for Healthy Start should be extended to include others who are prevented from accessing public funds due to immigration controls. Before all right, we've got not 10k, right? These are just the open ones at the minute, of which there are 2. Now, do you reckon we should go and tell the government whether or not those funds should be extended to migrants? Type in Y for yes if we should go on and fill this in, please. Or M for no if you think that this is bullshit and bollocks. But be advised, I'm for filling it in. But so these are that I'm going to go back while I'm waiting on this. What I will say is, so never said. Yep, there's the page I want there. If I change this to consultations closed, we suddenly go to 102 results. And some of these are quite large. Oh, yeah. The new plan for immigration policy sets out papers with government's intentions to build a fair but firm asylum and illegal immigration system. Last updated 29th of May 2022. When you click on this one, it was published in 2021. So we can't respond to that. We could have done it at the time. We missed the fucker. We can't do that. But if we go back to here and take out those, that'll bring us back to our two results that are open to us. And we'll click on that. And then I'm going to go and check my comments in StreamYard. Oh, all see an auto. Here's the thing. If I do it, the government's going to do fuck all. They're expecting 10 to 15. If 15,000 people respond, the government have to change their policies because this is how the government works. It has consultations on everything. It needs it would be a democracy if we took part. See, here's the thing. We interact with government once a year, once every 4 years, and think it's going to work. Yeah. And if you think that not doing this and telling the government we don't like what they're doing, if you think that not doing that's going to work better than doing fuck all, I'm open to the options why. But if we can get lots of people filling this in now, while it's a hot issue, that they have. Welcome aboard. You've just arrived whenever we're starting to look at a fucking consultation document on immigration. So I'll be as gentle as I can, but it's a bit weird. I would, well, here's the thing, Davros. If I can at least start off by getting people aware that they can fill in the forms, how to do it, how to find them, I'll take that as a starting point, and maybe people will get on board. Maybe, but we've got what we've got here. Oh, Martin C. But here's the thing: if 50 million people can consistently say no, we don't want that, 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 they have to change. They will have to change if we engage properly with their system. What we're doing is allowing the government to go along on its own willy-nilly course, not putting any input into it. And here's the other thing. I pray to God 50 million people saying this and the government do nothing about it, because that becomes evidence. Because then we go, fuck, here's one. 50 million people said no, you did it anyway. Here's the second one we've done. Here's the third. There literally is no downside to the to filling this in. And some people might say the government will find out who I am. Fuck, the government knows who I am. Me as 42 has had many meetings with the government, so they know exactly who I am. So fuck it. Nah. So here we go. Let's have a good filling this in. Sorry, I need to cough. Fuck me. I forgot the Blue Bear, stick around. And this is not just a Blue Bear. This is everybody. anybody that wants assistance filling in forms like this, wants to learn how to find the documents, how to respond, how to interpret them, because you have to read them in a correct manner. I'm here to help that. Email me at FORTYTWOW. Oh, fuck. FORTYTWOW. Right. Actually typed it properly last time. Email me at yes, Anglo. Emma is working tonight. If you think it's pointless, don't do it. Personally, I think that you need to at least tell people tell the government what you think. Where's that document? Right. Here we go. Check. This is on StreamYard. It's right. Open consultation. Going to scroll down. Scroll down. Reasons for consulting. Introduction. Healthy start. Much healthy start. Boom, 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 boom. Scrolling down, looking for the right. If you go down far enough, you'll get to the you'll get the questions and how you can get them. I've gone way too far here. There should be a respond. How to respond. Right, yes. If you go down this left-hand side, you'll find out how to respond. We'll get to this quicker. You really ought to read the policies and whatnot, but I'm doing this on the wing. Be advised, this closes at 11:29 on the 23rd of October. If you believe this is worthwhile, you've got until the 23rd of October to push people to click this fucking survey and tell the government they don't like it. Now, you can email DHSC with any questions on this consultation. So you don't even need to actually do the consultation. If you want to just give them a letter, you can do it on this. And depending on how this consultation goes, I may do that also. So there you go. I'm going to click on this online survey. For the purpose of this consultation is to seek views on whether eligibility for Healthy Start should be extended further to include others who are prevented from accessing blah, blah, blah. Consultation period. Notes about the survey. To share the survey with others, please right-click to copy the direct link. Right, so if you copy the address, you can, like this. If you copy the address and then go back to your StreamYard, you can put it in there. Martin, how has not filling in forms worked? Please tell me. You got a choice. The government is about to tell everybody that the people who are out protesting are a very small minority. If you want to prove them wrong, everybody fills in this form. It's not that hard. But there you go. And then click start. About you. In what capacity are you responding? I'm clicking on an individual. The other options are if you're professional or if you're on behalf of an organization. So we'll click that. Age is over 55. I'm a male. Had this had an option to customize for other genders, I'd be an attack helicopter, but that option's not there somewhere. Yes, my gender is the same. Next. Ethnic group includes white, British, Northern Irish. That would be me. Right, they're definitely getting an email on this one because there should be an option for Indigenous. British. Northern Ireland. County Antrim. As part of the survey, if you require an email address, contact. Are you happy to share your email address? Oh, yes, I am. They've already got it. Email address RTYTWOWRIT 42 rights at yahoo.co.uk. Normally in these forums, that's as personal as it gets. At present, healthy start is restricted to those in receipt of certain qualifying public funds, and those is restricted to those in receipt of certain qualifying public funds and those with NRPF or who are subject to immigration controls and who have at least one British child aged 4. Do you agree or disagree with the current eligibility? Now, they've made this really hard. Healthy Start is restricted to those in receipt. It's restricted to those in receipt of certain qualifying public funds and those with NRPF. Or who are subject to immigration controls who have at least one child. Do you agree or disagree with the current eligibility? I'm going to click agree because currently they can't get it. And now we get the right. We've got 350 words on that. Due to the current disorganization within the immigration system, it is impossible to know Right. Right. Sorry, I'll read this. I'm sorry. Due to the current disorganization within the immigration system, it is impossible to know how many people are in the country at any given time. Given this fact, it is necessary to halt immigration Okay. Due to the current disorganization within the immigration system, it is impossible to know how many people are in the country at any given time. Given this fact, it is necessary to halt all immigration programs and assistance until at least we know the scope of the situation. And look at characters left, but I'm not using them. Do you agree or disagree that eligibility for a healthy start should be extended to non-British children from four? Do you agree or disagree that eligibility for a healthy start should be extended to non-British children? I disagree. Just Alliance. Pensioners. Right. My response to that is, given we have just removed the winter fuel allowance from British pensioners, we should not create any new programs for anyone. Uh-huh. Do you agree or disagree that eligibility for a healthy start should be extended to pregnant women with NRFPF who are subject to immigration controls? Disagree. Should have got fucked in their own country. Should I write that? I'm going to check a chat, see how this is going. Sorry, I'm just checking through the chat. Oh, it is totally 100% hunting pack. I'm a 1/2 finger typer. That's I'm sorry about that, people. You're just going to have to bear with me, but we're giving it a whirl. Right. So where were we? Mhm. Right. I think I'm going to copy and paste that. No, we're not going to do that. Dude. Ah, women who are to immigration wholesome. Right. So, do you agree or disagree that eligibility for a healthy start should be extended to pregnant women with NRPF who are subject to immigration controls? And what I have put in is women who are subject to immigration controls should be living in secure accommodation with wholesome food supplied. Therefore, they would not need this program. Therefore, right, here we go. Fix that therefore it. Do you agree or disagree that eligibility for a healthy start should be extended to mothers who are subject to immigration controls? I disagree, and I can copy that and write in mothers. That's those two are the same. Are there any other groups who are subject to immigration controls to whom eligibility for healthy start should be extended? No. People. So my response to that one is we should not be out searching for groups of people to give handouts to. Are there any other groups with subject to immigration rules? Are there any other groups for who subject to immigration controls whom eligibility for a healthy start should not be extended? Yes, all groups. That was easy. Next. We are interested in views on the benefits and challenges of adding the following groups to eligibility for a healthy start: non-British children under 4, pregnant women, mothers with NERF. Do you agree or disagree that there are benefits to adding these groups to eligible? I'm going to click neither agree nor disagree. I'm only going to type in There are to the there are there are positive benefits to the individuals who receive assistance. However, there are zero benefit to the right. There are positive benefits to the individuals who receive assistance. However, there is zero benefit to the British public. Do you agree or disagree that there are challenges to adding these groups to the LGBT? I'm going to agree that there are challenges and say not only you need to look that one up. Look up detriment. Right. Uh, challenges. Not only are there challenges, simply adding these people is a detriment to the British people. Do you have any suggestions how these challenges? Yes. Do not increase the of do not increase the scope of the scheme. Please provide any further information like this. That's optional. Next. Do you meet the current eligibility for? No. If you said no, please explain why. My children are now adults. Next. Equality analysis is against the law to discriminate against anyone because of age, disability, gender reassignment, marriage, civil partnership, pregnancy, maternity, race, religion, sex, sexual orientations. These are called protected characteristics. Following equations seek information whether the changing eligibility criteria have served to include certain groups who are subject to immigration controls will affect those with the protected character. The following questions seek your views on whether changing the eligibility criteria for a healthy start to include certain groups who are subject to immigration controls will affect those groups with protected race, protected maternity and pregnancy, and other. What effect do you think will have? Neither positive or negative, no fucking difference. Uh, mm, the exclusion is for everyone. Therefore, is right. Therefore, the exclusion is for everyone. Therefore, no group is unequally affected. What effect do you think expanding eligibility would have to those who share the protected characteristics, either negative or positive? Uh, hmm. Pregnancy is natural, not illness. Equally. Right. Pregnancy is natural, not an illness. We have been educated to treat people equally. What effect, if any, do you think expanding knowledge will have on those with any other? Uh, the policy is for people, not groups of. The policy of people, not groups of people. Next. Following question asks your views on whether or not changing knowledge. What effect, if any, do you think not? What effect, if any, do you think not changing the eligibility criteria would have on those who share the? No difference. No. No difference. And by the way, the reason why they give this is so that people can write them fucking essays on every answer out of their NGOs. What effect? That's no difference again, and no difference. It's not. Yes. It's not about race, it's about people. Please provide further information. No, that's done. Next. So it gives you a chance to go through and change anything. Next. We have a few questions. We were like, how did you hear about this consultation? Social media, word of mouth, broadcast news, newspaper, trade magazine, received email, directly in communication, third sector, gov.uk. How satisfied with the. I'm going to click satisfied. Well, send an email about this. I will send them an email. I may actually publish it. Reach the end of the survey, submit, and we're done. Nah, back to StreamYard. Was that painful? All right. I'm just checking through the chat here. Was that painful? Do you think that we ought to do stuff like this? What's your thoughts, people? I know Martin W is like a big no. Yeah, Martin W and with that, hallelujah. Mm-hmm. With that, I'm going to reward you with a little bit of music and yes and no, Blue Bar. Here, for it to work, we need to do it in numbers. I do it, you do it. That's not going to make any difference. But if they normally, well, see, whenever people are pissing the wind, Martin, maybe it's an idea to keep out of their way. You've told us you don't like it. We understand that. I'm not falling out with you. I'm not arguing with you, but we understand you don't think it's good. If enough people put, if the government are suddenly getting, they put out these consultations on absolutely everything they do, and then the fuck about with our immigration, with all of our rights. Yeah, that's that peace process was never a peace process. Exactly, it's worth a go, nothing to go. Yeah, Martin, out of curiosity, have you ever got any government policies changed? Because I have, by filling in these forms and going to meetings. Now, did I get everything I wanted? No. But it did get change. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what definitely doesn't get change. Not doing it. What I'm trying to do is give you at least an option where you can do something. What's going to happen here in the next couple of weeks is everybody that was at protest are all going to be pillared. They're going to say that the bulk of the population totally disagree with them and they're layers out on their own. They have to go through this process. They have to publish. No, but whenever a big chunk of the population from right across the country does and tells them and fills in the forms, but uh, this is how policy gets changed. I know it's boring. Now, you do have other options. You can throw shit at people on the internet and whatnot, much like sitting in a rocking chair. It'll give you something to do, but it'll never fucking get you anywhere. We need to at least have a go at interacting with these bastards. And every time that there's a sizable, that they have to go through the process, they have to publish the results. They have to say how many people disagreed with it. They can't hide that. And plus, all the people that are dealing with it are the civil servants. And if everything that the civil servants are handling all day, every day, is saying that they don't like uh, that, that they disagree with the policies, that is going to affect them. It's a long, hard fight. The other option is currently on the streets. Like, other people are currently burning police stations down with no end goal that I can see. So I don't know. Oh, I will totally be doing what I want to do. What's Sean Ross saying? Yep, traffic on their internet resources. It's a big fucking. It's a really big system, and we can crank it down. All good ideas, hashtag. You can always burn shit and make an wake up rap. Yep, there is that. You know, right. Well, anyway, that is how to find a consultation, how to fill it in. It's not painful. If we can get a shitload of people giving them their opinion at the same time, it is going to help. Do I think it's going to catch on? No, I don't. But I will also say anybody wants to get involved and create an activism group, I'm on board for that. Hashtag, I am not up to speed with the laws on council tax in England. What I would say is withholding payment from any bill that can get you evicted is probably not a good idea. I don't know what the state of play is with council tax and whatnot. Nationwide strikes, yes, definitely. The one problem is that we need unions involved in that, and the unions are not on our side with us. Peaceful rebellion from your home, everybody don't buy anything. I honestly don't I honestly don't know what way out reach illegally. What I will say is anybody wants to go that route or advocating it, find out what the ramification is. Yeah, this is true. If the other thing is, if you're withholding, have that money in a fucking envelope somewhere in your house where yeah, right there it is. I've put it aside, it's there. I'm not just not paying it. You're 100% right there. Samji, here's the thing, but representation. How do you get representation? Uh, because in order to get that representation, you have to interact with officialdom. That's just the long and the short of it. And it's really bad here. Nepotism. Right. Well, that's me done. Just over 2 hours. I think I've got everything out that I wanted to get out. Anybody wants any info, I will happily. Oh, I totally agree. I totally agree with you. Nobody should be being jailed for not paying their TV license. There's a lot of things people shouldn't be getting jailed from that they currently will. Yep. I'm a bit sick of the negativity as well. Negativity is going to be stopping here. But what I will say is, at least anybody that's been negative has been respectful about it. So there is that. Why the fuck would you be paying a representative? We don't pay our representatives. Your MP, all your political representatives, they come for free. Yeah, but why? Thank you, Blue Bar. Right? Nah. Say anybody needs any help, give me a shout. Thanks, Martin. And I'm going to pull up a. I'm going to pull up a outro. We've had harmony, melody, and rhyme tonight. It's not going to be that. I'm going to go with Eat the Bugs. I'll put all your comments up on the screen. Thank you all very much for this evening.
42 speaking. Welcome to the resistance.
Oh shit, man. Eat the bugs? You got me wrong. You got me so wrong. You ever seen a cave drawing of somebody with a spear hunting a mosquito? Well, me either. We eat meat and we have choices. You cook the hedgehog right? It tastes like chicken. Fucking chicken. I ain't eating your bugs. I ain't eating your bugs. started off with nothing and I'm never going back. I'm not getting on your progressive track. With Agenda 2030, I refuse to engage. I can see where it is going and it's just another cage. I've got hedgehog, I've got rabbit, I've got wild hog. Fuck it, I could even move to Alaska and get me a nice caribou. Eating your bugs. You're trying to take away what I fought so hard to get, so I'm going to say no to your cattle country. Eat the bugs, live in some communal pod with no fucking privacy. Oh, nothing and be happy. I've seen the people with nothing and they don't look happy. Eat the bugs, live in some communal pod with no fucking privacy. Oh, nothing to be happy. I'm not eating your bugs. Fuck it. It's supposed to be a smiley. Fuck it. I'm not eating your bugs. Fuck it. I'm not eating your bugs. Fuck it. Oh shit, man, you got me wrong. You got me so fucking wrong. There are millions of us in the UK, billions worldwide, unvaccinated, striding out into our third winter of death with not a care in the world. Eating pig, eating cow, eating chicken, and we will not conform. Fuck it, I'm not eating your bugs. Hey, Klaus Schwab, this is 42, and I want the word with you. Motherfucker.
This is the fourth industrial revolution. We have a window of opportunity for the great reset. Technology is a critical weapon. History is truly at a turning point. We can shape a better world, and we will reglobalize to make it a better place. So will all nothing, and so will live, and so will eat the bugs.
Why we got me talking? Why is United Nations in charge of Stonehenge? Keeping me away from the stones? That's not world heritage, that's British heritage. You're getting to the point where the people just want to be left alone and going to get involved. Tell me again, why is United Nations running Stonehenge? Fuck it. Stonehenge, New Games, a fucking Paring Mountain Range, now owned by UNESCO, so you and I can never go. Fuck your 15-minute cities and your Internet of Things. We are going back to nature, see what that life brings. We had a good look at the bombing we did, so we hook up with the Woodlander and take our shit off grid. Fuck it. We hook up with the Woodlander and take our shit off grid. Fuck it. We hook up with the Woodlander and take our shit off grid.
This is 42 speaking. Welcome to the Resistance.
Fuck it. Right, everybody. Thank you very much. Just before I go, the video of my critique of the rioting, that's now public. It'll be on the channel. Bluebear, there should be playlists, one with the 3 musical songs I've done with Justice Kane. that being one of them. And also of the poetry that I've done. So if you want more stuff like that, that's where you'll find it. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. And what I want to leave us with tonight is my thought for leaving people. We've hit this point. We've got two choices in life. We can hang tight together or get strung up alone. Time to fucking start working together, people. And with that said and done, I've been 42. You lot in the chat have, as always, been fucking amazing. Thank you. Good night. God bless. See us all next week. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh. Potentially next week's stream will be the mural stream. I'll do a community post on Wednesday if that's going to be the case, in which case it'll probably be at early Saturday evening, or it'll be Saturday daytime. I'll not be doing a walk around East Belfast showing just murals this time of night. That's not a good idea. Okay, so there's that. Good night. God bless. See you all next week. I'm out of here. Goodbye.